Welcome back to our off-grid island build. These two brand new beach houses are part of a full resort redevelopment here on Upi in remote Solomon Islands. So far, we have demolished the original buildings, battling difficult tides to get the foundations in before cyclonic conditions would seriously threaten our chances of completing this project in just 10 weeks. The weather has been relentless, and behind the scenes, shipping delays and some really exciting personal news playing on our minds. We're past the halfway point now, but the biggest tests of our resilience are yet to come. At this point in time, we suffered a loss. The sudden and unexpected passing of one of our loved Upi staff members. A caring, talented and beautiful human who walked the earth as a happy individual, a loving husband and a new father. Taken suddenly and much too soon. Our entire staff, in shock and reeling with the loss, left the island to be with their families and mourn for several days. We did not touch the camera, and the few of us who remained here functioned in autopilot to keep the resort running. Also with the arrival of new guests that same day. Probably fueled only by adrenaline of the shock, we managed to hold things together. Our Upi family is so much more than just a business. Our lives are interconnected with the people of Morovo, many of whom have been with us for decades. We have generations among families who have dedicated themselves to this special place and assisting our family. Our purpose here on Upi is about so much more than just running a successful tourism operation and sharing the great wonder of the world that exists below the surface. We are connected as family, and we have endless respect for the local community, how we fit into that, and what we can do to help them when needed. Our hearts are so heavy with the reality of this loss, and truly nothing can be said to lighten the pain that is felt in these moments. Over the past few weeks of this build project, we have felt the pressure of time. Well, this was a harsh reminder that time is one of our most precious gifts in life. Time spent achieving our goals or realising our truths. Time spent on what really matters, our time here together.
Pretty much working in the dark here. Good job, Tove. We had a crazy day. We actually had a really good morning, beautiful weather, and now it's absolutely bucketing down rain again, and everyone's like clustered up against the side of the house trying to get stuff done. We're getting there, but not quite as fast as we would like. Alright, it's super late in the afternoon. Well past when we normally knock off, but we've had a pretty decent afternoon. We've sealed up the front of the house here so that we can actually start working inside, because we've got to start getting these two bathrooms ready for tiling in the morning. Hopefully, if everything goes according to plan tomorrow, we'll actually get 2 bathrooms, or at least 1 bathroom sheeted and subfloor in and ready to waterproof. I think I need some more water. Woo! Anyway, it's late and I really want to go see the kids and Katie, so that's what I'm going to do. Everyone else has bailed. Good night, Tov. Last man standing. Always, all the way.
After so many significant setbacks, we had definitely fallen behind schedule at this point. With less than 4 weeks until these beach houses would be opened, everyone had to pick up the pace, and we are so grateful for our incredible team. Hello, Willie.
Hello. The house is cladded, pretty much. We're going to start putting the gable walling up later, but that's right, it's waterproof. And we are now going to start throwing sheets up so we can crack on and get our bathroom started, because we've got a bit of a tight timeline on that.
Hello.
Hi.
This is noisy. Yeah. Harry, why are you a one-man army and then 12 men on the other side? And now you wait in. What are we up to here?
Right, we've got all the plumbing done in both these bathrooms, got all the subfloor structure built. We're gonna the ceiling for some firm, sheet the walls, and then put the subfloor in. And then we'll be waterproofing that this afternoon. And we'll get this finished by this evening and waterproof that tomorrow. Oh, this room smells nice to us,
Yeah, everyone smells delicious.
How are you? Smell delicious?
What are you doing?
Some very temporary scaffolding, so we've got something to stand on while we put the ceiling in. Come by. Hey, 1, 2. Just rushing to get this sheeting in because we're going to get this like waterproof this afternoon if we're going to keep on track. So trying to get some rapid flooring and some rapid sheeting, and there's people everywhere. We can't turn the digger off because the solenoid's gone on it, so it only starts like once every 2 hours if we turn it off. So very noisy. So that's where all our services will come through, all the power and the water comes in and the water goes back out underneath the sink and it all gets covered by the cabinetry. So. Okay, I'm going to clear it out, lift it up, I'm going to shoot him up, lift him up.
Come on, doctor!
What do you want?
There's people hanging out at windows everywhere.
Alright, we sheeted both bathrooms and now I'll put in the ceiling nog. Rude. To put in the ceiling so that we can then insulate that, put the outside gable walls in, and then we'll sheet the rest of the house. Easy.
Making good progress?
Yeah, we're going well. Morning guys. We got absolutely pummeled last night by another huge storm. It just blew from like 10 o'clock onwards all the way through till about, I don't know, 20 minutes ago. And it's just been raining, bucketing down rain, 20 to 30 knot winds all night long. So we're still on the edge of this system. There's actually another cyclone. It probably won't eventuate. It's a system spinning up to the southeast of us again now. And that's just generating like a continuation of this bad weather where you're like getting almost like blades of a fan hitting you and dissipating, and then like in between you've got this beautiful clear weather, and it just keeps spinning round and round and round, and we're all over it. Katie's like, how you feeling about the weather, babe?
I'm so sick of it. I can't sleep tonight.
I think it's been like 6 weeks now, even longer maybe, I don't know, I've lost track. But everything got wet through the cabin last night, the new bungalow that we're building. So we're going to try and dry it all down, and I don't know. Anyway, I'm taking you working with me today so you can see where we're up to.
The resource demand does not slow down, and because of our sustainable harvesting choice, it takes time for the sawn board to be cut in the bush, delivered to the island by boat, and then processed here in our on-site timber workshop. While some of the staff worked constantly on the building site, others worked really long hours here prepping timbers for various different uses. Peace! One! Ladder, Jay.
Steps up.
At least this excavator's good for something. How you going today, babe?
Good. Everyone's smashing it. We've just done an enormous amount of cladding, so now it's just like major catch up. So the idea for the next 2 days is to try and get this house sealed so that if it does start raining again, which we've just had constantly since we started this build, we can be inside.
Yeah.
So the other house is now watertight, and we can just focus on getting this one in the same state, and then hopefully the weather won't affect us.
What are you doing, Harry?
I'm outside Nila
For what, yeah?
or chisel.
Okay. Have not chisel Oh! Okay, for banging out wood, yeah? The many boys on the roof. The saga of our delayed shipment from Australia was still a massive issue. Securing a vessel to deliver a container load of goods to the island was proving near on impossible. We'd already had to extract some super urgent tiling supplies and had them sent on a passenger ferry to a local port, which was a huge ordeal in itself just because of the bad weather that we'd had. Jace had been on the phone negotiating between multiple different shipping companies who at this time had already started leaving ports just as our goods became available to move. This was a logistical nightmare, and the ticking clock was calling for some pretty desperate measures. In the meantime, every possible aspect of the build that we could complete was the priority.
Course up complete him second side, yeah? No worry. Thing full house, you miss a complete him after lunch, no me. Okay, miss. And how is your building going, Topa?
Good fala.
camera na. It's like this race against time at the moment because every single time we start something outside it feels like it's going to rain. So we really just want to get this locked away so that we can, sealed up basically, so that we can actually start working inside and not focus so much on the weather, which would be amazing. But I don't know what I was trying to say there. I'm really tired. I saw neck, smashed my neck the other day. The end. Wow. We have absolutely smashed it today. Hey, you more? Man, you seem like everywhere no more. Every time we move camera, you follow too, yeah? Super impressed by everyone's work. And yeah, we're gonna have a cracking day tomorrow and some good weather.
How you going, my love?
We're good. How are we going, Colin? Scratch. In polyester, not fiberglass. Come on. We're good. So we're just finishing off this central wall, and we're going to waterproof and tile in there tonight, and then we'll just shoot the rest of the house. So this is actually happening really, really quick. But
Yeah, and then
I'm struggling to catch up to get all the electricals and yeah.
Logging which way?
Across.
Across.
Horizontal from 1100 to floor mark up.
So, I don't know if you realise, but we open these rooms in 3 weeks today. How are you feeling?
Don't they look ready? We're moving really quickly, but yeah, it's obviously very stressful. But just can't get stressed, just gotta keep on working.
Yeah. It'll get done in the end, and if not, it's not the end.
But it is the end.
Wow.
It's a very firm date.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can hear the mozzies through the mic. There is like 1,000 mosquitoes.
There's so many mozzies right now.
Oh yeah, there's one run for the camera. Well, we've just come out to watch the sunset because we haven't seen the sunset together in what?
We haven't had this nicer weather in 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
It's really pretty. Beautiful. Except there is mozzies everywhere, which is weird.
Well, I think because we've had so much rain.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Anyway, it's in a very, very long day. We're both exhausted.
Less than 3 weeks until we open. Doesn't quite feel possible yet.
We had a really good day today. We're getting a lot done. Everyone is working really well together. but it's just a monumental amount of stuff to get done in that period of time.
Yeah,
and we still don't even have our stuff from...
We've had such huge
containers
setbacks.
not here. Our container's probably not even going to be here for another week.
And
It's just ridiculous.
We need the container to plaster and paint and do everything beyond what you're currently doing, basically. Oh, we need a miracle at this point.
Oh my goodness, we need to get away from these mozzies. Alright, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Today's weather is slightly more what we like to see, especially when we're building. But it's also just refreshing. I didn't realise how much I actually needed nice weather and sunshine to feel good. Makes me feel so much happier. You and Grandma digging the hole for the basketball hoop.
Yeah.
Wow. Good job, matey. Have you had a haircut, Mr. Arlo boy?
Yeah.
Look at me. Well, you're sweaty. Looking good, bud. Come on, Grandma.
Hiya.
Grandma's last few days on the island. Getting some stuff done. Whoa, careful, buddy. Holy moly.
Did you get all that stuff done?
Hey, sweetie. Are you helping too? Are you helping too? No? Okay. Too cute. We have had the best time with Grandma here recently. We really need her support and help at the moment because Miri's going to be having a baby soon, so she's going to be leaving. And Billy and I are actually off on a sneaky little trip to Aussie soon. We've got some things to go and shop for, some last minute things that we're going to need for this build that I will be bringing back. I'll be coming back 1 week before we open, so yes, busy times. Try and soak up some of these sunshine and vibes before we go back to the land of Oz. On I come! Happy birthday, dear Maru. Happy birthday. Yay!
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday!
Wow.
Hey,
Okay,
Dylan.
so just get your cake, eat it, and then back to work. We got no time, yeah? Okay?
Cake and work. Back to work.
Keep working till the cake's in the hand. You get the cake, then you back to work. Alright, we've got 18 days left before we open this cabin. And we're just putting the last sheets up in what will become Kiso House. And all the sheets are on the walls. Last ceiling sheets going up, and then we're moving across to the big double. Why not this time now? Se mi fa la hammer fast. Time camera on. Okay, Kai, what's next?
Next house. Next house. Yeah?
Yes, very good. Fascia boards going up in the back of the house. I think the hardest thing about building like this is that when you build two houses, you get like one set of things done and you feel like you've completed it. And then you come across and you've done nothing in this house, so you like got to recreate the wheel all over again, and it's like just, it's a bit of a mindset thing, which is really hard to get over. I really struggle with it, it just annoys the crap out of me sometimes. Anyway, just got to get the vibes back up again and get started on this house, because this house is twice the size. So we've really got our work cut out for us. We need this done basically in a day and a half, otherwise we're behind again. All right, so we're hooking into the second house now. Actually, a lot of the nogging hadn't been completed in the ceiling, which we thought had. So we've got Bobby, Willie and Otto in the ceiling, getting the ceiling knobs in. And we've got Clay, Mother, Joe and myself up getting the ceiling sheets on. So our aim now is to get all this sheeted today, at least the ceiling, not outside, inside, and then maybe start an inside sheeting as well. hammering like that above your head all day. It's just excruciating. That looks really good for your back, eh guys? Okay, nice walker.
What are you eating? What's that, face?
That's Vegemite.
Fresh sourdough.
Vegemite.
Oh my goodness, it's straight out of the oven.
Yeah.
Whoa! Doesn't get better than that. Hey, Mary. Mary just had a feast too. Yummy, 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 yummy.
It had been a very tiring and rough few weeks for us, honestly. But in the middle of it all, we had just found out that we were pregnant with our third baby. We'd only done a home test, and so it was time for me to head back to Australia to see our doctor and have our first trimester screening and checkups. I had been really looking forward to it, but the timing meant that Jace really couldn't leave the island. For the first time in many, many years, we split up. It might seem a bit over the top, but Jace and I have always been overly attached to each other. For us, we choose to live and work and do every aspect of life beside one another. So for something so monumental, it was hard for me to do this without him. I'm really grateful for my mum and her being able to fly back with us, and for Philly keeping me brave on this journey. Of course, super grateful for Jill and Grant and Arlo, who would help keep Jace's chin high while I was gone. It had been 8 months since we had left the island, so we were really looking forward to a different temperature, some different foods, but mostly the reassurance that everything was okay for baby Kelly number 3.
You guys have only just left, but Mummy and Philly, we really miss you already. You gonna say something to Mummy and Philly?
Come back.
Hey. Made it, Philly. We made it to Aussie. Now we've got to drive 1 hour.
Though I did a terrible job of vlogging these moments in Australia, we had a beautiful scan and all results indicate a very healthy baby that we feel so lucky to be given to complete our little family. To complete our little trip in Oz, we hit Bunnings for some much needed items.
This is how we shop these days, is that Ira and Katie, she runs around madly in Bunnings on voice call and gets all the stuff I need. So hi to YouTube.
Philly, you stand up near these things, show everyone how you're helping Daddy.
Yeah. Maybe this side, Lim. Yeah. Right. Alright, so we are 17 days out from opening. 16 days out from it. I've lost track. I don't know, it's the 22nd, so whatever that makes it. We sheeted all the inside ceilings. We're sheeting the rest of the house today. The boys are getting the fascia boards up on the large house, and we're finishing the ceiling nogs on the veranda section here, and then we'll sheet that ceiling as well this afternoon if they can catch up with us. There's a little bit fiddly. So we're just going to sheet all of this inside. We're just running some cabling. We still don't have all the cable we need because it's stuck in this container that's stuck in the Niara. So we're running what we can, and then we're putting pull ropes through for the rest, so we'll just pull the rest of that cable later. Which isn't ideal because it means replication of work. Okay, that's all faced with, so we're going to get that done, and then we're going to start on the floor and getting all this cut perfectly. We won't nail it down yet because we want to give it a little more time to season before we put it down. But there will be a point where we just have to start that. Looks like we're actually going to have to pull some stuff out of our container in Toniara and set up a ferry again, which is really frustrating because it costs us more money and more time, and we're still like, we had known that we would have done it 3 weeks ago, not now. Anyway, this is what it is at the moment, so trying to stay positive about that. Broken down boat. I think the timber delivery boat must have run out of fuel while he was telling the men he went to get diesel. Anyway. Oh well, lucky Otto was out there, I guess. Last wall stood up here, running all the cables, the fibro going up, and then we'll sheet this. Almost done on the fibro. Don't miss it for the camera, John. Halfway there. We're gonna get it done. It's 5:15, but we're throwing the last of the insulation up for Bobby. He's insulating the ceiling. Before we close the ceiling, that's a good catch. Yeah. You can up on one follow, then come down the last one.
Yeah. Okay.
Bobby's still in the ceiling. Bobby, you look very sexy.
I want to see your face. Yeah. Where are you?
You look like an Erabachi, man. And for the delivery. Woo. That is a big veranda. That is all trimmed up. And we've got our white ceiling going down the side of those eaves. That is just going to look absolutely amazing. Woo! Big house, young man. Katie and Philly had a great day, and I was getting some stuff sorted today. Yeah, but I'm late for dinner now, and Arlo's definitely been needing me a little bit more, which is nice. What have you guys got here? You got dinner. Yum! Thank you, baby. Do you guys want to see the hornbill? I just saw him fly into the tree back here. You see him? He's big, isn't he? I'll see if I can get some video of him, eh? Go have a nice dinner by the sea, hey? Do you like the setup? It's funny, isn't it? Jimmy made that for you. You'll have to say thank you to him tomorrow. It's a pretty nice setup you guys have got down here. Pretty funny.
Oh, you are fast now. A burning sausage on bread. What? What are you doing? So, we were supposed to be flying home today, weren't we?
Yes.
But we're sick.
I was sick.
So we're not flying home today. We're flying home. You are. You're a little bit better. My ears are very blocked. So feeling very guilty not being on the island at this point. We've got a few things we have to carry back that are important for the build, and yeah, Philly misses her Tilly and Darlo and Daddy and Papa. We're also missing time with our family who are there at the moment. Anyway, I'm not tearing up, I'm just about to say this. And I'm going to enjoy a yummy, healthy breakfast and try and get well. That's all.
I knew there was a reason we didn't cut that branch. The perfect height for painting fascia boards.
If you made it to the end of this very long episode, comment below, just keep swimming. Sharing this story, every aspect of it, has meant a lot to us, and we really appreciate you watching, subscribing to our channel, and sharing our work with others. We'll see you in the next one. Liana.
Dark inland.